starting first thing with an epileptic water slide. Everything's tasting turquoise.
What is this?
Just watch.
Marvel's entire television strategy somehow makes it into the episode.
Hey, boss. Fancy a game of chess?
Chess. We get it. You want us to know it's a smart person, so you show us chess. Just once I'd like to see a genius bust out Clue or Mousetrap.
You didn't just help. It was you who commanded the army.
Wow, Renslayer leading an army during a time war. That sounds really cool. I'm glad we just get to see people talk about it for a few seconds instead of the actual conflict. Really saved us some time we might have spent enjoying something. Did they not teleport back to the TVA together at the end of the last episode? Why is Victor wandering around unescorted? Letting a mad scientist roam around your high-tech facility unsupervised seems like a good way to turn said mad scientist into a cosmic-level threat.
Is that my loom?
And you're the only one who can help us fix it.
Well, not the only one. He does have like thousands of other variants who could all take a whack at it too. This is just the only other Kang this series has bothered with. What are the people working on in the background here? The TVA basically stopped doing its job. Why do they all look so busy?
So I built all of this. Or I did. Well, or I will, and I did.
Being self-aware of your own timey-wimey BS doesn't make it any less B or S.
But I learned everything I know from a brilliant 19th century inventor named Victor Timely.
So Victor taught OB everything he knows, but everything Victor knows came from a TVA handbook that he was given by Renslayer. And she was sent to deliver the book by an AI created by He Who Remains, which is a future version of Victor, maybe? Usually if I'm expected to excuse a bunch of time nanigans, it comes from a more charming person like David Tennant. And as Disney already wasted him on Ahsoka, I'm left with no excuse but to sin all this nonsense.
Mr. Ouroboros, would you inscribe my handbook?
Only if you inscribe mine.
Show about running out of time somehow does not run out of time for this.
Integrating them, if that would even work, would take a long time.
So why not just go back to the past where you have plenty of time, assemble it, and then bring it back to the present? Why does this show forget how accessible time travel is to these people?
You dragged me back here, begging for help.
No, they did not. You let them take Victor and then they left. No begging took place at all. In fact, it's a wonder you even returned to the TVA when you've shown no interest or help in solving their biggest problem.
I don't want to die in here.
Well, it seemed like you gave up when you sold out our plan.
How did he give up? He sold out your plan with the understanding Mobius and Loki would return him to the sacred timeline to be an actor. It's not giving up. That's cutting a deal for self-preservation. The very opposite of giving up, actually.
I earned my life.
Sure, Brad, but how did you earn this much screen time, though? I'm genuinely curious. Two people just stepping into a cell filled with prisoners. You're just begging for a jailbreak. I know they all have collars on, but I forget what those even do, and I refuse to look it up.
If we have to fight to defend this place, from Renslayer or worse, can we trust you?
No offense to Doc, Brad, or the Minutemen, but I don't really care about what happens to them. This all just feels like a writer's room forcing a B-plot in order to fill a hole in the show. And forcing things into holes can be painful.
I took a wrong turn. Didn't plan on coming to Pieland.
At least Pieland's a real place. I was once told I'd win a trip to Cake Land, and that turned out all to be a lie. Fucking Gladys. Are all of these pies key lime? No apple, no blueberry, no chocolate or pumpkin? Hell, I'd even take a strawberry rhubarb to get some variety up in here.
You're only here because you couldn't kill him.
That's pretty faulty logic. If she couldn't kill Victor, what's being in the TVA change? Is she hoping to work up the courage to kill him later? Kinda seems like the show's just looking for an excuse to keep another Loki around.
All those dead branches, those dead people. That's the TVA's fault.
What about those branches?
I'm really struggling to care about those branches because the season didn't bother to show us any of those people disappearing so we could witness how devastating it is to lose those timelines. Once again, this show fast forwards through an interesting concept so two characters can mention it in passing and move on to the next MCU plot point.
Sounds like whatever we do, we're playing God.
We are gods.
Loki isn't donning a pair of shades as the Who plays after that line.
And you. This is really disappointing, I must say.
I know, I'm working on myself.
Okay, I love Miss Minutes. Sure, she gets a bit creepy, but her bless your heart, and what I mean by that is f you attitude really resonates with me. You have full-on time technology, and the best way you can think of to torture and kill people is through a shrinking cube? What was the goal? To do it in the messiest way possible or the most inefficient? Kudos on somehow accomplishing both. Also, again, my problem with this scene is that all of the Minutemen seem irrelevant, voiceless, and almost indifferent. They're just background to make this scene more horrific. The only real character being killed here is Dox. And after 4 episodes, I'm honestly not sure she even counts.
spectacular.
Yeah, it is spectacular that the device you designed had a perfect opening for Victor's little part you didn't know existed 10 minutes ago. Wait, is spectacular a synonym for bullshit? I get confused sometimes.
You have a machine for that.
The man who invented a machine to process multiple timelines across reality is suddenly surprised there's another machine that heats chocolate powder and makes it taste like poop in a cup. Yeah, I said it. Hot cocoa's a stupid beverage. You want some chocolate? Eat a f***ing candy bar. In fact, hot cocoa tastes like a ranch. Show about running out of time somehow doesn't run out of time for this. How did Timely not see Brad sneak up on them before he turned around? Is Bradley Batman? Sorry, wrong universe. Is Bradley the Flash? That hot cocoa is lukewarm by now at best. And if you thought hot chocolate was bad, wait till I tell you about lukewarm chocolate. Stealing your plot and dialogue from Dennis Nedry. And you'd best be careful about pissing him off. When you control the mail, you control information.
It's gotta be Renslayer.
Oh no, if only you hadn't stranded her at the end of time with a device that would allow her to immediately open a portal and return to the TVA.
And right now, you're gonna tell us where to find your device.
Why do they want the device though? It's obvious Loki and Mobius brought Timely to the TVA to fix the loom. Shouldn't they just stand back and wait for them to finish and then take control? Is that not a good idea, or am I just really lazy?
She's trying to slow us down.
Take the stairs!
Forcing Hulk to take the stairs at Endgame was what started this entire series. Do we really want to risk sending Loki to do the exact same thing? What if he causes more rifts that become mediocre Disney Plus series? This works. Called it. And when even I can call it, it's definitely a sin.
I promise you this will make sense.
It will not.
I'm being locked out.
You're an all-knowing AI, so why didn't you lock everyone's admin access except for your own when you gained control of the system? Why are intelligent characters written to make such dumb mistakes?
I need to tell you. You'll never be him.
Stating the obvious, nobody can be him except for him. Not Majojo, not the Rowdy Rough Boys, not the Amoeba Boys. They all pale in comparison of how creepy him was. And Victor certainly can't hope to compete with such a scary villain. I'm a grown-ass adult with a mortgage and him still terrifies me to this day. What were we talking about again? Evil rogue AI defeated by turning it off and on again.
That's new.
Is it? The lights have been flickering on and off for about 4? Yep, 4 episodes now.
Go.
Go? Go where? Is there a fuse box on that floor that he knows about? Or are you getting rid of your muscle just because the lights went out? That's the second time in 2 episodes Renslayer has been sent to the end of time. It's almost like the whole pruning thing is completely meaningless as punishment.
We have to move fast.
Fast, or slowly get another cup of hot chocolate fast? I want to know how prepared I should be for actual excitement. That's the face of a man realizing he probably should have used his magic in some way or another.
Temporal radiation is just too high.
You are the last person who should be surprised by that. Wow, gutsy move on Marvel's part to end a season finale with the protagonist losing and everyone dying. I might have to rethink my earlier criticism and what's that? There's still 2 more episodes. Damn it!
Your mother still makes lousy spaghetti.
So we forgive and forget.
You want forgiveness? Get religion.
All right. What's the plan?
All day. I don't know what the heck is going on. But somehow, this feels like it's all my fault.
How does it feel? Knowing that all of us here would rather die than follow you out that door.
I'm from Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all!
Look at me.
Look at me!
It was me!
Oh, that's not right.